All right.
Okay.
You guys ready to do this?
I'm ready.
I'm almost done with this chewy. Come on.
God, hold us up some more.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. I know it's not enough, Dad. Guys. Okay, I'm opening some water. I'm almost ready.
You get some help? You need us to call someone for you?
Okay. I'm ready.
Jesus. Is this what happens every time you eat?
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. Hey everybody, welcome to episode 13 commentary. This episode is called Bombs Over Barazad, and I'm joined by the
Boy toys.
quilting crew. What?
The quilting crew?
I don't know. I was just trying to alliterate, and then it went bad.
The Cooper's kids.
Cooper's kids. Oh my god, that's perfect.
I did it!
We figured it out. I'm joined by Cooper's kids. Tony, Chris, and Eric. Hey guys.
I'm so proud of me, but yet there's this disappointment sitting somewhere in my chest.
I like it,
love
but
it.
also I hate it.
I love it. I love it genuinely and ironically. We're going to do our countdown and get into episode 13. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, click. What do I click? I did it. You guys don't have to do it.
Well,
Dang it, Nick!
I know
Start
where you
over.
I know where you click, but where do I click?
Ooh, who's that guy's voice? He's really sexy.
This is one of the longer recaps that we've had, which I was actually honestly surprised about because it was
like
mostly just a fight, but like
Yeah, it was like 80% combat.
but important stuff happened during the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of butt kicking on Uko.
And then there was the lore dump at the end, which
The lore dump, Nevessa getting her new power.
Yeah.
No, not yet. It's nice. Nice.
Splat.
That was... See?
Hi, Noah.
I don't like that. I know you like that sort of thing. Noah, stop. Noah, no.
You're into that, right?
Oh, hello there.
He wasn't before, but now that Noah said it.
And then the last thing here from Lieutenant Sharu says,
I mean,
Then you
you know,
see
to be fair,
Mishka.
it is Nua from your subconscious, so
Yeah, unless it's actually her ghostly spirit, which, who knows? Huh? Huh?
could be, who knows?
Guess we'll find out in the next season. Madalonk. See, I said it first this time.
Thanks, Maid Long.
Maid Lonk. You know who was Maid Lonk? Uko.
And okay, there's the parental advisory sticker on this one too.
Well,
This part, the intro to this, I actually really like it. The lead up and then the like from black, just the snap to
Yeah.
the screen. I enjoyed
yeah.
doing
I
that.
like
I
all
thought
that.
it came out pretty good.
Look at all the dead things.
And then there was actually when you sent this part back to me, Tony, I went back and forth on it a few times with all of the footsteps.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the things that I'm pretty like I'm very aware of the footstep sound effects. Like they really stand out to me for some reason, and like I'm more inclined to just like get rid of them than leave
Yeah.
them in most of the time, just because I find them more distracting than like additive to the experience. But I went back and forth a few times. Like I listened to
I liked
it and
it.
I re-edited it a little bit to like make it a little less intrusive, and then at the end I was just like, you know what, it was fine. It was perfectly fine.
Yeah,
just
that was a
left it
good
how it
one.
was.
I like
Yeah, no,
it.
I was trying really hard because I've been trying not to spam his footsteps as much. But I felt like it was kind of it lent
the
to
entire
kind of
like
urgency.
right, the entire driving thing of that sequence is you guys running out of the thing and like
Yeah.
running to the ship. So it's like in that situation it makes sense to have the footsteps.
Yeah. I was
For me, it was more like there's
Yeah.
a lot. Like each character, like there's 3 layers of different footsteps going on,
Yeah.
all overlapping each other, and I was like, I feel like I'm going a little crazy, maybe. So I had
And
to,
I
like,
was trying my best to make them not just be background noise, but at the same
Yeah.
time not be too intrusive. So
I
it's
think
a hard,
the one thing
hard
that
balance.
the one thing that I tweaked was I made Uko's footsteps like echo a little bit more. I gave them a little bit more reverb when you were in the ship, and then muffled them when you were outside. So it like had that transition in the ground
Yeah.
sort of illustrated a little bit more. But other than that, I'm pretty sure I just left it.
Yeah, it was tough because there wasn't like we have a specific footstep sounds for Uko. It's like walking large or whatever. But there
Elephants.
isn't like a different one for him, you know, walking
what
or
he's
running
walking
on different
on.
terrain. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
So-
whole ship part, we learned we got something, right? We got, like,
Yeah.
we didn't have to leave our seats anymore.
Well, yeah. So there's a few things that I had been planning for this ship part leading up to it. Like basically since you guys landed on Condis after the first ship battle, I was like, okay, there's some things that could be improved there. So I consolidated all of Nevessa's stuff into one station, so she didn't have to like say that she was, you know, running over to a different station or whatever. She could just say,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up the engineering, or I'm just gonna do engineering this round, or whatever it was, and just like make that a little more streamlined fictionally as well as making
Yeah.
it in the, you know, making the gameplay itself more streamlined.
When I've been editing the sound effects and going back over these episodes, I've noticed like there was a few times where you try to have Cooper tell us that. And it's like oh, I downloaded some new firmware. I'm just like, oh cool. Anyway, guys.
Moving on.
But no, seriously, guys, I downloaded some firmware. Guys,
You're gonna want to hear this.
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah.
Uko swinging around.
Yeah.
And Nevessa can psychically link to the ship in a way now or something?
Yeah, she can basically use the sensors on the ship as like a psychic beacon. Which technically isn't part of the like the new operations stuff, but like they do say you can infuse your magic into the ship systems. And I just wanted to give Nevessa an ability to do that. So I was like, you know, like what is she going to benefit from by like broadcasting? Like it's not going to be overpowered if she can just broadcast the psychic power. She can just like
She can psychically reach out to the other Jedis.
she can feel like psychic presences on a planet without landing now, basically.
Oh, that's
I love psychic bacon.
Your ship send out an alert a few moments later to the science officer terminal.
Anyway, that's my time, guys. I'll see you later.
I like this shot, with it just panning over to
Yeah.
reveal you guys there. It's very classic, like space cinematography, but like translating that to the tabletop was, I think it turned out well.
Yeah.
Oh, it did.
Very, very Space Odyssey.
Yeah. Another ship now traveling along a dotted line towards the planet.
There's another ship traveling. Kill him!
And the estimated
I mean, basically.
yeah, pretty much.
They might not be as long to kill them!
I like how I like specifically tell you guys, all right, you have 10 minutes to like move and get in position and like set this up how you guys want. And then it's like, all right, well, let's just talk for 10 minutes.
That's preparing us.
Sorts, right? Some code
I don't know what happened with the audio there, but it sounds like Uko has like cotton balls in his mouth for like just a second, and then it cleans up. But it must have been
I
like
think it was just burr, burr, burr. My
Must have
face
been, like-
going numb.
I think it probably was like a fan got louder in the background or something. So like the filter that I ran it through like got more aggressive at that point, and then
I thought he was just eating.
Uko, are you eating? No.
Where'd you get that food?
No,
Shut up. Don't worry about it.
Mind your business.
I'm not sharing.
but yeah. So I had to like break in here with Cooper, be like, all right, guys, time to like do something.
Fuck off. Shut up, y'all.
We should focus our efforts then on saving the ship.
Let's go take him down.
Okay. Why didn't we move to intercept?
Yeah, no, for real though. It's like, all right, well,
Madelon's landing's been destroyed. Oh shit.
so this, like the other Starship battle, this was actually a recreation of the actual thing. This is not the original recording because basically what happened with the original recording was it was zoomed out too far that the details weren't there, so you couldn't see like the numbers on the health bar of the Sundering Eclipse. It was just like blurry text. So in order to make it clean and like readable, I had to redo it with a different zoom level, basically.
So we're living a lie, is what you're saying.
Yeah, this is all a lie. I mean, no, it's the audio is the same, and I match it up as much as I can, but it's definitely a little different, and that actually is the results, or that's the reason why there's those little notes about which side of the ship we're on, and like how it's wrong because
That was
I
my
messed that up,
favorite
and
thing
yada,
about
yada,
this
yada.
episode.
Well, good.
Chuckles to himself.
That's an 8 to attack. Oh, that's right, yeah. Uko's not really good in ships at all.
Yeah.
They're generally too small for him already.
Yeah, I like that a lot of the comments for this episode were like, poor Uko.
Yeah. God, I guess I should go look at YouTube comments.
Since no one used the computer
I mean, in general, like,
at this moment, and I'm going to use
99, if not 100% of our comments are all positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always go and read the comments, and I adore them.
I'm going to do a bluff.
Everyone's so nice.
Bluff being
Yeah.
Which is weird
Everyone's
for
so
you too,
supportive.
but
We love you
It's just
guys.
weird. Yeah, now that we said it,
you are to stand down and
we're doomed.
from the
We're not popular enough to get hate comments yet.
that's right.
invading
Once we start getting the people telling us about all the things we're doing wrong and about how we suck and everything, then we'll know we've made it.
Yeah.
Uko's leaning back from the gunner's seat being like, we have a fleet of ships.
Oh no! I rolled.
Oh no! Oh no!
One of these days, you guys are going to have a fight that starts off really well.
Yeah. But today is not that day.
No, this is not that fight. Stops its descent, which it had started into Nacontis'.
We've had a few good starts on some. Like remember the gate fight? That one was cool.
That was cool.
The gate fight?
The one
the
where
one
like
at the
we set the
graveyard?
trap at the graveyard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. That one did go very well.
Okay, we'll have a big fight that starts off well, not an inconsequential fight.
Yeah, exactly. You have a big fight or a ship combat that starts off well. You see a missile fire from the Barazad turret, and it comes
I was very happy with the sound effects for this.
Every time, guys, I'm always so impressed with the work you guys do with the editing and the sound effects. It's just, you guys are just amazing.
Shields of the Sundering Eclipse for 14 damage.
Forward shields nearly depleted. Uko, hit him back hard.
If you're a stickler for details, you'll notice that the size of the torpedoes is not consistent. But you know, when you're zooming in and out and doing all sorts of stuff, it's hard to make the
close
scale
enough.
the same every time. So
Oh, I would have never noticed if you hadn't pointed that out.
yeah,
The illusion has been
like, you
shattered.
gotta be.
I didn't even notice.
Shattered.
Encouraged and not insulted.
Aw.
Aw.
Sasha will give a little smirk and just say, "You got it." He twists his turret and says, "Come
Oh
on,
boy.
help me out here."
He pulls out his power tools.
Fire. 15 to hit for 8 damage.
With this encouragement and with for the turret, you had some in there. I also went and found some alternatives. I actually ended up using keeping most of yours in the. I think the only ones I switched out were at the very beginning when Uko was like twisting back and forth playing with it. I switched those out with a little bit like quicker noises. But yeah, it's just a pneumatic drill. That's what the sound is.
Yeah, I realized once we got further into the fight, I figured out the noise, like what I liked using for the tanks or the turrets. Like it was basically like a small. The sound effect was a small tank turret, and I was using that throughout this whole fight for the turrets. But for those early ones, I was like speeding it up, but like I sped it up, which would make the noise higher pitched. But then I would also change the settings so that the pitch didn't shift, and it just made it sound a little weirder. But then later on, I figured out I could just cut the noise in half, and then just adjust the length of the middle part.
Right.
So I figured that out later, and then forgot to go back and replace the older ones to make it sound consistent and better.
But I fixed it.
Yeah.
Fix.
Seeing the ports open up and seeing those cannonballs, like, oh, that's not good.
That's not good.
Mishka's gonna
This is a bad time.
just kind of fly, try to
Yeah. Oh.
systems off and kind of loop around.
What was it said earlier? We got a fleet?
Oh yeah, we have more ships.
Starboard.
A little bit as they go into passive mode as you exit there. I swear, your guys' level of intelligence, except for Nevessa, hers stays pretty consistent. But Mishka and Uko, you guys get real dumb sometimes, and other times you're just like totally normal.
We're doing our best.
Like Mishka asking what a clown is,
What the fuck?
Uko not knowing that Nevessa is obviously bluffing.
Hey, Vlaka, get a -2 to intelligence, okay?
Too big for this thing.
It's the only reason that Mishka's intelligence is a 10 instead of a 12.
All right, I'll try to get you.
You know what's funny? I mean, you guys know me as a cuss boy, but it feels weird to cuss as Mishka.
Yeah. He's too wholesome.
He's just too wholesome.
He's supposed to be a good boy, but he made us swear.
He made us swear.
I swear.
So you get 6 points back into your forward shields. I really like how you say, like, I'm gonna get you in line of fire, and then just completely forget about it. Like,
That
as
happens.
soon as you say it, it is just gone from your mind.
That has to happen once at least every fight.
Forward shield 50%.
Actually, I was doing some refreshing on ship combat, and I realized that now that you're now that you have the turret, the missile in the turret, and then the coil gun on the nose of the ship, Mishka, if you wanted to, you could forego doing like a piloting stunt and just fly in a direction and fire and be a gunner for that round.
Tight.
So you can also start doing some shooting. However, it's up to you guys how you guys want to figure this out, but like the turret only has 5 missiles, right? So I don't know how you guys want to divvy that part up, or if you just want to let Uko do all the gunning, or split it up, or, you know, whatever. But that is a new option you guys can have. causing any damage.
So many neat.
I will start calibrating the computer at least, if not the turret.
I like how his calibrating the computer sound effect is him
Right, just
banging on shit.
I appreciate that so much.
I figured that would be more appropriate. Like when I was first gonna do this scene, I was like, it's like, oh, I can look for like cool digital like beep boop boop beep boop sounds, but I was like, you know what? No, that's not Uko.
I love that. Calibrating. Go.
Is that, something has just come undone, like a few gears that are supposed to be interlocked.
Like this part's a little more techy,
from each other,
but it's still like,
give them a nice shove, jamming them back.
but it still ends up being just kind of brute force. Like Uko opens a compartment, doesn't realize what he's looking at, and just like just shoves shit in there and then fixes it.
The opportunity to fire has passed you by. You see the Barazad out of the sundering eclipse turns away, leaving the camera feed and appearing. Yeah, so as it tries the way that I recreate the ship combat is I'll listen to the audio, I'll write down everything that that we're saying is happening. So I'll be like, okay, so Sundering Eclipse moves forward and turns left, must move at least 8 hexes or something like that, and then how much damage is done, just like turn by turn, just writing down what happens each turn. And then I also have the original recording up so I can like try to use that at least as like a guide to how the movement should look. But what happened in this specifically was I say in the very beginning that a ship shows up in the southwestern hemisphere of the planet relative to where you guys are, and then the actual recording had it in the southeast corner. So again, my directions are just really bad.
Just give us a break, okay?
You're right.
Listen to yourself.
Get off.
So I ended up flipping it, and because of that, and I didn't realize it at the time when I was recording the reshoot of it, but I realized it obviously when I was editing. I was like, oh, but that makes everything that they're doing on the opposite side of the ship. So then I had to go in and add all these notes of how I'm a fuck up.
Let me make some notes here. I'm a fuck up. Terrible.
To hit it.
I don't deserve love or / appreciation.
But, the notes, like you said, Chris, they're your favorite part, and I do think that they add a little bit of
Has anyone used the
Levity.
to the episode, yeah.
Yeah, they do. Just like, wait.
Made me laugh.
Note to self. Yeah. Note to self.
Yep. Or, just showing that we're not perfect.
Nobody's
Far
nerfect.
from it. Yeah, exactly.
Swing your turret around. The nose of the turret goes just a little bit too far, and the shot goes just past.
Turrets don't have noses.
Mishka's
Idiot.
just curve a little bit, try to keep.
I quit.
You know what? I'm just gonna go.
But this time it's able to react to you instead of you reacting to where it goes, and it begins pulling up towards you to get.
I'm like enthralled. I'm just sitting here like, yes. Then what?
I have to say, coming to ship
America?
combat and editing ship combat and like the chat and the turn order and everything, after doing so much ground combat, there was definitely a point where I like messed shit up, like because of the way things happen, the order that things happen in ship combat. Because the round starts before you roll initiative, it threw me off so many times because Vesa would do an engineering action before the initiative for the round was rolled, and I would end up moving the initiative to before Vesa started doing her thing, and then that would mess everything else up, and it was just like, dang it. I did that like 3 or 4 times in this episode.
Oops.
But at least I noticed it and fixed it.
Mark, despite Nevesa's kind words.
Kind.
At the front of the Barazad, let loose a shot at you.
There's an interaction between Nevesa and Uko later on in this episode that cracks me up.
fires out of it, it just begins smoldering.
It is very good.
So you see the Barazad continue its course on towards you, and it slows down a bit as it gets closer to you. And you see
But it's sliding sideways, like I don't care.
I'll do some stuff.
That one was correct.
Do a U-turn.
That's the stunt.
or a flyby.
Oh yeah, flyby. That's a thing too.
Yeah, let's
That's a stunt.
DC is gonna be 24.
6 stunts.
Sick nasty stunts, bro.
Wet stunts.
I
Cowabunga.
was like, yeah, I could do it. Barely makes it.
At least Mishka consistently rolls well on piloting.
Yeah,
true.
we got
Oh,
To fire that same
that's actually something else I realized.
as you were flying
Things like evasive maneuvers and basically the stuff you can do from the beginning are, most of them are DC 14. And I think that you roll, like your base roll is 15.
Put you point blank.
So you technically don't have to roll if you want to do evasive maneuvers because you're going to succeed no matter what.
Wow, Navessa.
Yeah, Mishka's piloting bonus is pretty nuts.
I was just supposed to protect you guys with my fists and things, and now I'm shooting.
Oh yeah, here's the interaction coming up after this turn.
Fire the close.
You can take away guns and being shot by drones and being stabbed, but the pain you can't take is harsh words from your friends.
Right. 13 plus 4, so that is a total of
Michigan put you right.
there's no way you can.
Here, wait, here. It's this part coming
No,
up.
there was, but you don't.
I think.
But we did. But you don't miss this shot as you fly by.
Oh my
and
God.
You fire on the forward shields of the Barazad, and you see.
I swear it's coming, I promise.
The shot pierces through.
Watch, I'm gonna be wrong.
Hole and
No, it's right here.
Here we go.
I did it, Navessa. I hit him.
Good job, Uko. Don't get cocky.
Slow fade.
Purposefully made you the comm unit close slowly on that one. He's like staring like fucking good. I just imagine Uko like doing the Joe Pesci from Home Alone. Just,
Try to fly. Let's do it.
Great, Uko. Don't get cocky. Fuck you, Chris.
maneuvers after the flyby. You just spin off.
Bye.
Even harder to
Bye.
hit. The turret of the Barazad
so there's a hidden cut there because
away from it though.
if you pay attention, the Barazad changes positions after you dash forward and the camera follows you. Because the range, I had to get it in the proper range for the missile.
29 encouragement.
So little bit of fudging there, but nobody's gonna notice unless they listen to the commentary.
You haven't done shit.
I like how you start to ask, like, where did you learn that language?
Yeah.
On the
I learned it from you, Dad.
I learned it by watching you, Yar.
tears through them and lodges it. Hole.
Mishka, I'm gonna try and divert power to the engines. Get some distance between
That's a good
the systems.
damage.
See if you can.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
And I'm going to do a divert action.
These missiles were really fun. It took me a minute, like,
Power is
when I was first reading, I was like, wait, how did these missiles work? And then I realized, oh, they, like, are their own separate thing that, like, chase you around.
gets fed into the
And, yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
The Barazad
Oh, the sound effects.
its long you as it tries its best to keep up with your
Chugging along.
Continue to do evasive maneuvers.
The Stam Barazad is so slow. It had, like, a speed of 8 versus your guys' 12?
Something like that, yeah.
And then, or 10 boosted to 12, I think. And
Yeah,
then it also
that
had
sounds
a turn radius like way worse than your guys. So it's like they're just gonna be flying circles around this thing, which is exactly what you guys end up doing,
Yeah, we
like,
did.
almost literally.
on your trail as you try to get away from it. And from a distance, you see the Barazad.
The homing beacon sound, I like that.
Cannon but luckily the shot misses as it flies past the starboard feed of your ship.
Shrug.
With the turret.
It's so far away. Who knows which side?
Help me out here, bud. And fires.
Another
Hit for 13
full damage.
Yeah!
It does hit as you let loose another
Pretty good.
shot from your coil gun. There
We
are
got a good ship, guys. The AI is a little finicky, but the ship, woo!
hole in its
I like how Uko is the only one who like butts heads with Cooper. Everybody else
20.
either gets along with him or loves him. Uko is the only one who's just like, fuck this goddamn.
We work together, but God!
pursuit towards you.
He's gonna flip the ship around, fly past the missile.
Whoa! Holy crap! Breakneck!
Alright.
That's a 19.
A 19 is not going to succeed.
Yeah, I had to double check what your guys' maneuverability was, and you have perfect maneuverability, which allows you to move 2 faces
It's also flying
per
towards you, so it's on the side of chip.
per hex. So you basically can just like
Another
you could literally just fly in a circle around this thing in the same hex, like the adjacent hexes.
shot
Yeah.
connects with your forward shields as you fly past it for
So, yeah.
11 damage.
Nice.
You guys are
Good.
pretty agile.
Our forward shield.
We got a fast ship, but I'm worried now, like, that just means when a big ship really does come along, big ship, gonna get one blast, boom!
Just like your shot, this one pierces through your forward
Hit.
shields.
Problem solved.
You hear a
Hey!
crunch fill the bridge as it lodges into the bow of your ship.
Ah, shit. Sorry about that.
Mishka.
So as you
Mishka.
make this hard turn and do this flyby, the Barazad gets its attack on you, but the missile tries to
You
turn
kiss
its
Uko's boo-boos with that mouth.
You just it goes boomers at that.
quickly, and you see it split in the distance once it reaches.
I love that.
And
Good editing with that missile. I love that.
Yeah, that editing the trajectory of the missiles is actually a little bit tricky because of the way that Premiere like blends between keyframes. So what would happen was it would like it would go forward for a while, and then when it would turn, it would like slide out to the side really far and then like readjust its path back. So I had to like add a bunch of like extra keyframes in, and like it was just this whole mess, but I think the end result looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks good.
Try to divert the power from the engines
Uko, we need you to divert power.
to you, so you kind of get tripped up in the system.
Just starts breaking the damn turret. Take the power.
Gonna need a minute to figure this out.
Can't wait for when the turret breaks one time and then Uko's gonna have to go outside and like punch it to like fix
Yeah. Give me a space helmet. He just goes outside and starts stabbing things.
Keep them on their toes. For
You make the Sundering Eclipse
Evasive maneuvers are successful.
crash by stabbing the outside of it too many times.
and kind of like angle a little bit. Basically,
Oh, he's gonna ride it like a mountain. Just when we get close to ships, just reach out with his trident and cut through other ships.
The bears keep it in sights as best you can, and you see another missile get launched
Now!
from a torpedo launcher on its turret, and this missile does not need to travel too far to hit you. As it is curving towards your
I'm amused at how I kept forgetting that they have fucking missiles
I know.
on their
That they
turret. I
were-
was like, shit. It's like,
That they were
damn it.
firing literally every other round.
Yeah.
Let's hope they don't get any lower than that.
Uko continues spinning in that little turret, doing his best to just shoot the dang thing down at this point. Since we are behind it, Uko will
Shoot her.
Shoot the dang thing down.
With Cooper's assistance,
Shoot the dang thing.
to hit
Legolas, bring him down.
16 to hit.
Legolas, shoot the dang thing.
the aft shields of the Barazad, and you see some
Legolas, what the fuck, bro?
that now sort of flashing at
Don't ride
guys
it.
remember
Don't
that
be
line,
weird.
right?
glitching or
Classic Aragorn.
The vessel's just going to keep plugging away at the computer. So
The
I hit
sound
the engine
effect
to that part?
I found for the Barazad kind of chugging along was kind of fun. Like I couldn't find a good one, so like eventually I found like a motorcycle that was like revving its engine, and then I just like slowed that down so that it sounded just deeper and longer.
That's good.
Yeah, sounds good. That critical effect in the chat is not. I had to put an overlay over that to block out what it actually said. Because I decided to fudge it a little bit. You guys critically hit the power core based on the roll, but since you guys were had said multiple times that you were aiming at the engines, I gave you the engines instead.
Aw,
Thank you.
Uko, you completely missed the engines, but
Yeah, so like the way that the critical thresholds work is if every time, I think for the Barazad it was like 7. So basically once it takes 7 damage, the critical threshold happens, and then once it takes another 7 damage, another critical threshold happens, and you roll to see which system gets affected.
okay.
And that also applies to you guys. So if your shields go down and you take too much hull damage, your systems will start malfunctioning.
Until we explode.
Or fix them.
Depth perception.
Or explode.
Or explode.
Watches as you pass by, and you can almost see the entire ship let out a sigh. As you
After I finished the episode and like we were done with it, I was like, oh man, I should have added a sound effect. Like try to make
Of the Barazad sighing.
yeah, try to make like see if I can make an engine sigh.
Like a crowd going, oh.
Well, not that, but just kind of like a.
Yeah, or like from like a Disney cartoon or something.
Yeah.
DC for that is 19.
But Eric already did it, so
Yeah, I handled it, guys, so we're good.
good work, Eric.
Thank you.
Do you see another missile fly at you from the turret? The missile comes rocketing towards the sundering eclipse. You are out of its range for this round, though. So
I say the word careening like 12 times in this episode. This episode brought to you by the word careening.
Aimed at least as best as possible at them exposed flickering engines.
Them explodes. Explodes. Whoops.
So the engines are a little bit out of view for you, but your shot finds its mark, and the port side.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Flare
Oh, hi, Mark.
and it takes that full 8 damage. Instrument of some sort gets
Ow!
the whole of the Barazad and just floats aimlessly through space.
I like that
Bombs
we
over
have boss
Barazad.
fight followed by boss ship fight.
But you
Yep.
can't tell what it is from here.
Cooper, scan that piece.
That piece, I realized once it got knocked off that you guys were gonna think it was the
the beacon or whatever.
transponder.
Transponder, yeah.
So I actually edit out a part where I'm like, don't worry, it's not the transponder.
Mishka, you get some extra.
It's not the transponder, you fucking morons.
Because I think Uko was specifically like, "Oh shit, that's it. We got
Yeah,
go."
right.
And I was like, "No, don't worry about it.
I was like, why would you say something
It's
fell off unless
it's
it's
just a
something we
flavor.
need?
It's just flavor. I'm sorry.
Uko, stop! Don't open the door. Don't go out there.
I can fly. It's okay.
No, that's not the
Uko,
problem.
helmet! I can fly. It's okay. You just drift away.
Evasive maneuver barely is able to its pursuit of the sundering eclipse. It stays right on your tail.
God damn.
The
boot.
Barazad itself, you see that forward cannon power.
A boot.
So also another detail about how the missiles work is your ship has a target lock value, which is basically an AC versus target lock things like missiles. And so every round the missile rolls to see if it beats your target lock, and if it does, it stays homing on you until it hits you. Which is why that first one veered off and missed you because it didn't meet your target lock. But this one was pretty stubborn.
See, I just figured the ship rolled like a natural 1 on shooting it or something.
Nope. Yeah, the missile itself rolls against your target lock.
the ship hangs motionless.
Hey! I got excited for me.
The engines are down. The whole thing looks like it's down.
Excellent shot.
Or maybe you just re-roll the
Nicely done.
the weapon, and if it beats the target lock, it stays on or something. I don't remember. But yeah, it needs to beat your target lock to keep on you.
For a 21.
You continue to feel that extra kick of power coming from the Sundering Eclipse's engines as this missile tracks.
Psychic Technic Boop.
Continue
Boop.
to
Boost.
maneuvers. Boost our AC. That's a 31. And then try to burn. Come on.
And the missile just stays right with you.
Chosen missile!
So Ugo, since he doesn't want to destroy the ship that is now seemingly dead in the not water, space, he sees the tiny
In the
little
space water.
chasing them, and he's like, all right, Cooper,
Space water.
let's do this. Focuses on that small
Let's
target with
do
Cooper's
this.
help, and fires
Zooming
another
in.
missile.
Zooming in.
Definitely does not
Leave me alone!
flying off into.
So yeah, since that missile is its own thing, I had to scale it at the same rate as everything else, basically.
Distance between
So
That's a 24.
that's why I was saying like it is not consistent in its size because it scales all over the place. But that one was pretty smooth. Like it's not very.
That
noticeable.
was.
Yeah, you can't even tell it was off.
Evasive maneuvers.
Yeah. All right. Just burning.
And I gotta unzoom.
This missile off our.
Does not give up as it just continues chasing.
Leave us alone!
Ugo just continues to fire at that missile that.
I really like that you are so determined to shoot this thing down. Its AC's got to be like 30 or something insane.
Jeez.
Vesta told him to!
Be able to ditch this
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
back to the aft shields.
That made sense to me. What else are you gonna shoot at?
To the back shields.
That succeeds.
And after hearing that, Mishka's like, all right, to hell with it. And he just stops and backs up the ship into the missile.
I didn't know ships could back up, but okay.
All right.
If you say so.
Reverse thrusters.
Thrusters.
Back off stunt if you want to do that.
Has perfect maneuverability.
14.
Yeah, no. I mean, and there is literally a stunt that allows you to
Yeah.
do it. It just looks silly.
Beep. Beep.
Exactly.
I figured I figured the ship probably has like those thrusters in the front
Right,
to like
on the front.
as brakes. Yeah.
Rear shields for 13 damage.
We're all so excited and happy.
Damage from
I mean, it worked out perfectly.
just as the
I figured we'd be okay, given like how much damage the missiles did on average.
Yeah.
Plus, it would be a nice, more dramatic finish to the fight.
Yeah.
High energies. What does that mean?
and
Missile.
as you ask the question, you see an explosion erupt from the port side of the Barazad, throwing the ship to the side.
Some very
Another explosion.
Mass Effect inspired sound going on right now.
Yeah, yeah.
And you see the
Waiting for the Reapers to show up.
Right.
self-destructs, tearing itself apart from the inside. And you see the explosions propel the main hull of the ship down towards Nekondis, and it tumbles down towards the planet's surface in a smoldering hail of debris.
Yeah, doing the sound effects at this part is like I'm almost done, and like oh, there's visual cues, easy.
Yeah.
Just start the explosion when the explosions come on screen.
Yeah. And I also lined up the music whoms with the
Yeah.
explosions. So
That was good. You guys do great work. I'm so glad I'm just a personality.
You can also join our growing community.
It's a lot of work, but it's fun.
Discord server.
Yeah.
Find the link in the video description.
Wish I had more time to help out with that stuff.
Same.
Yeah, lazy fucks.
Yeah, or that, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I'm just incredibly busy. Now, excuse me, I'm going to go play Fall Guys.
But yeah, that is episode 13. I guess I should have said this
Bombs over
episode
Barazad.
originally was called Return of the Barazad, but at Tony's request, we changed it to Bombs Over Barazad. And, this is our best performing episode, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but it didn't hurt. So, yeah, good stuff. And
Good stuff.
our next episode, episode 14, is going to be the last episode of this chapter and also the last episode before we take a break from releasing episodes. We're not sure if we're going to be continuing the commentary when we come back with episode 15, but we can talk more about that during the episode 14 commentary. And we'll just say thank you for listening to the commentary and watching the show, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, if you like the commentary, just let us know.
Yes, please.
Yeah, please let us know so that way we know to keep doing these or not. I mean, I enjoy doing these regardless.
Yeah,
I like
we'll
hanging
put
out with
out a ping in the Discord and everything to get some more input from people for what they want to see. But again, we'll talk more about that later on. Think about what you might want for Patreon backer content, and we'll be in touch. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Right, bye.
Bye. Cooper's kids signing off.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Additionally, after assessing the efficiency of the previous blah blah blah. Sorry, hang on 1 sec. Hi. Are you leaving? Okay. See you later. I'm a pirate.
I'm a pirate.
She's just giving you weird looks.
She just poked her head in the office as she was walking towards the garage.
It's like, what?
And so mechanically, these are new roles that are coming from the character operations manual. So if you have any questions about what you can do in those, just let me know and I will let you know what the different options are. But that's basically what it is.
Right on.
Yeah.
Sick nasty.
Can I be launched from the ship to melee the enemy ships?
No, I don't think
Do
that's
we
an
have
option right
a
now.
really long bungee cord?
Yeah, just like, swing me around and I'll just go, ah!
What we need
I
is
don't
some
think
sort
you
of
can-
like boarding torpedo that you can just fit inside.
Yeah.
No, we don't have Sea of Thieves cannons on this ship. Unfortunately.
Come on.
But hey,
point?
you might be able to find them. I don't know.
Who knows? Maybe.
Next
I haven't
upgrade.
looked through the entire armory stuff. They might be in there.
That'd be great if it's just straight up like boarding needles that they shoot and then Uko jumps out. I would love
How
that.
did he fit in there?
What if we have just like a little compartment like on the front of the ship where Uko can just stick his hands out?
Yeah, just swing my swing the blade
So it's
around.
just
He's just swinging at the enemy ship from inside ours.
it's just a really like stupid looking outlaw star.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
exactly.
Yeah, sure. That you guys can
You know what?
you guys can work that out.
Why not?
But it does not appear that they are going to be going directly, like their path is more towards the crash site than it is towards the colony.
So it looks like they're not heading for Madelon's landing, but instead heading here towards the crash site.
Well, maybe we can get their attention and try and get them to chase us over towards the airships or towards the anti-air cannons.
Yeah, I really don't like the idea of letting these guys land on the planet again. We just got them off. by
Yes, we
killing
definitely
them.
will not let them do that.
I just want to say, like, if this thing gets in range of the anti-air cannons, that means that the colony is in range of its weapons.
Oh, good point.
Let's not bring the ship over to the colony.
Fair enough. So then, maybe should we redact the previous plan of getting
Let's just charge them and take them down.
Steven cut out that whole part.
Steven?
Steven, that's our new editor guy.
So that's who I become when I'm editing. Okay.
Yeah.
My new name is Steven.
so looking at this display, you're letting us know we've got about 10 minutes.
So you guys actually get to, because you brought your ship with you, you guys get to choose your facing and the ship's facing as combat begins.
What?
Shoot him in the butt.
What's the plan? Shoot him in the butt.
Shoot him in the butt.
That's the whole plan.
Yep.
The entire plan.
That's right. We want a transponder of sorts, right? Some code or something so we can find Sedona, right?
You guys know, like, a transponder is basically a device that emits like an identification code for a ship.
So
yeah.
we need to take it off the ship.
The
So we
files
need-
are in the computer.
Yeah, exactly.
Hex is away, but you can be facing any direction you want. You guys get to move them around wherever you want, but you have to be 16 hexes away. So just tell me where you would like them to go.
I believe we wanted to, be 16
Be
away,
six.
but behind them.
Yeah.
So whichever way they're facing towards their trajectory, we want to
Wait,
be on their
didn't you say
butt.
that we can also position them where we want them?
You can change which direction they're facing.
So they stay in
Yeah.
the same direction.
And if
but
you want them
change
to be in
facing.
a different position, you can. I mean, it's really, if they're facing away from you, it doesn't matter where they are on the map. But if you want a different starting position for whatever reason.
True that. Okay.
I think just being at a safe distance, coming at them from behind, I think is good.
They came from behind.
So let's do a cool animation thing real quick here. I'm going to give you a mark, and then
I'll give you a Tony.
hey,
What?
do you see that little red mark, Tony?
Yeah.
All right, so or say you guys start like up here, and yeah, just like animate your dude flying down to that marked one.
Me?
Yeah, the ship.
Okay.
So actually, hang on one sec. Leave it there for a second, and
Oh.
then here, wait. So one thing that I learned from our last session of Starship Combat is when you move your ship, do it one at a time,
Okay.
because then I can just like speed it up, and it looks way better.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right.
Want to use the arrow keys?
It's up to you. Just make sure you don't move it too much at once.
Gotcha.
And hang on, I'm just trying to make this a little less noticeable. Okay. Do you see the little dots?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're one hex too close.
Thank you. All right. And action. Roll initiative in Starship version of what that means. All right. So, you guys remember how to do this?
No!
All right. So first we are in the helm or first we do we do engineering. Engineer, would you like to do anything?
I don't think there are any engineering. Let me just double check.
Here, you know what?
I'm reading
gonna
right
run
now.
to the bathroom.
Oh, sure.
You guys take a couple minutes to read over your roles and what you do.
Wait, we have things to read?
I mean, just a refresher.
Oh. I mean, I shoot stuff.
So
I mean, you have things you can do.
One thing that I could do during the engineering phase, if you guys want, is I could divert powers elsewhere on the ship. If I send it to the engines, we get an increased speed of 2. If I send it to the weapons, ones when rolled for damage count as 2s. Or I could divert them to the shields.
I personally like the idea
to basically kind of like overcharge the shields.
Yeah,
or I could save my actions for the science officer phase.
Ooh.
Or captain's phase.
Oh, jeez.
Because for the captain's phase, I can either encourage you guys to give you +2 morale bonuses, or I can hail the enemy ship and start taunting them, which would give them a -2 penalty to all checks for 1d4 rounds if it succeeds.
Do that one because that's more fun.
Nevessa insulting the Aslanti.
Hey, Aslanti, fuck you.
All right. Helm phase initiative rolls. So if you hit the pilot button from the character sheet, Tony.
Pilot Mishker.
Pilot Mishker.
Helm phase initiative, yes. Do you guys see the turn order?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
You do? I don't. Hang on.
And
No.
you made it go away.
There it is.
It came back.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I get so many pluses to my piloting.
Well, la dee da.
I rolled a
Look at
10
you.
+3 +3 +4 +2 +2 +1.
So that's a 25 for your piloting check?
Yeah. That's a
Good call, Eric.
Thank you. 25 for my piloting check from Mishka.
I helped.
So as you guys come swooping down behind this ship, Cooper says, "Yar, we've been detected upon their sensors." And it starts pulling up to do a swoop to try to turn back towards you. But you see this thing, and compared to the Sunring Eclipse, it moves pretty sluggishly as it makes this wide, slow turn to try to get back in range with you. But yeah, that is all of its movement. So it makes this big swooping turn, and while it is very slow, you do see that its turret weapon turns to face you.
All right, some dang gum bullshit.
Actually, you know what? You guys did get the drop on this thing, so I'm going to...
Well, it can't shoot us yet, right?
Well...
Well.
The 16.
Yes, sir. Nope, that's
Isn't that on
16.
Isn't that on the gun boy
All right.
turn?
We're just going to restart. All right.
That's the warning shot. I want to make this a fair fight, you know.
Makes sense.
Yep.
I thought we were getting the drop on them.
Oh yeah, that is the drop of the. Who's next? Nevessa, you had something you wanted to do, right?
Yeah, it really, though, it goes just like, boom.
Do we have more people?
No, Uko. It's called a tactical bluff. I wanted them to think that we were more than just a single, smaller star vessel.
Hey, all it takes is one dedicated vessel to take down any other fleet or
Engineering
bigger vessel.
phase.
By the way, because I think I forgot to say it again. So that's 24 for piloting.
I usually cut out the initiative rolls because it,
Oh, okay.
you know, it's just whatever. Like, that's not what people care about.
Oh, they care.
Oh,
They'll
they
figure out the
care.
order that things are, I mean, it's just, you know, order of operations, basically. Right.
I think they just like the numbers, though.
What?
Dude, I think they just like the numbers.
oh yeah, that they don't care about the RP, it's the numbers.
All right. Mishka, you're piloting.
We're at 1 on the forwards.
Nevessa, that's your cue.
That's a muted
I've been
or
doing
something.
everything in percentages. What is
What is 1 out of 15, guys?
100.
7.5%.
There we go. Yay, math. Forward shields down to... Oh, I already forgot the number you said.
I believe it's 7.5.
Forward shields down to 7.5%.
Let me check my math. No.
Cut that take. Cut that take.
It is
Steve, cut it
to
out.
0.06%.
So yeah, okay. Forward shields
You
down
could
to
just
point.
say like forward shields nearly depleted, something like that.
That probably works a little bit better than having to math it every single time.
Yeah.
Beginning to scan the enemy ship now.
Oh, I in my head I heard the keyboard sound effect you use, Nick, already. I was like, yay!
Hacker man.
Nevessa, our psychic space hacker investigator engineer science officer.
You got cyber sliced.
The Barazad's been cyber sliced.
Anything happening? Be on pause for a moment.
Yeah, we're waiting for Chris to come back.
Is Chris making the doo-doos?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, no. Tony says, oh, Nick. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's making them big poops.
He's making the pupes.
The big boy poops. I'm so proud.
You know, when I had my first big boy poo, my father was there watching over me, guiding me the entire way.
How big was the poop?
About as big as my mother.
I need to make sure to not go away because it leads to some really bad filler.
Shut up.
Or the best?
Mm-hmm.
I'm too big for this thing.
Big ol' Uko in like that tiny little turret from, I'm imagining like from Star Wars where they spin around like that. This big Uko with his wings and tail trying to sit in that little chair.
He's just like a cat trapped in a box, just kind of filling out the entire space.
Yeah.
Even with everything in one place, I'm still having to run back and forth between different sections of the book.
That's going to be, that's just inevitable for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Time to
It
recruit
keeps me busy.
NPCs.
All right.
Trying to baffle the Barazad as you come up behind it.
Baffle the Barazad.
Baffle the Barazad.
Well, you done gone baffled the Barazad.
As it tries to swoop back around again to get you closer into range.
No, Barazad, go away. Shapoopy.
Son of a butt.
Son of a butt.
Engineering.
I don't think we need anything from engineers
All right.
at this point, correct?
I think you're correct.
So
Pilot initiative.
you're doing all right on piloting checks, right? Right, Mishka?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I'm just kind of reading over the new magic officer abilities that I have, and like the things that I can do there are either like kind of use my psychic powers to kind of like get glimpses into the future to kind of give if I succeed on the check, to give like a circumstantial +2 bonus to the pilot. Likewise, I can also, if I succeed on a check, increase the range of our weapons.
I feel like we got pretty good range.
Yeah,
of
like I don't
20
think I
and they
need
already
any
can't
magic
hit us.
officer
Yeah.
skills right now. I just kind of wanted
We're
to
okay
check in with you
now.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I think
we're doing
the
alright.
plan of just kind of keep giving bonuses to Uko seems to be working out.
One day I'll hit. One
I don't know if
day.
they're working out, but it's definitely what
I mean, it's what's needed.
needs it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So until I interject otherwise, I'll just keep captaining Uko.
Okay.
Yay.
Just shoot it.
I'm trying.
Did you roll initiative, Tony?
No.
31. Okay.
Is it initiative time?
Yeah.
Initiative
starting-
time 21.
I'm starting to wonder.
Ooh, this time you go first.
Uh-oh. I'm starting to wonder if Nevessa would actually be better as the gunner now, too, than I am. Because she's got
Only
the dex.
has a 10 dex anyway.
That's better than a -1, but your computer gets added in as well.
Oh, does it?
No.
Yeah.
No, it's
I thought you said
piloting,
computer
which
mode.
I also have 0 in piloting.
It's
I
piloting,
bet.
dex, base attack bonus, and then what you get from the from using the computer when it like asks you if you want to use the computer.
Oh, got it. Then on that note, Mishka.
Yeah, I think we're about equal in it, you and me. But I don't think you can do the charisma checks that I can to give you the +2. So I think we're in the ideal arrangement here.
I could just run back and forth between everything.
There you go. Yeah.
Pilot, just leave the pilot seat. Shit, need to go shoot.
Just let us go in a straight line.
Take the wheel.
Take the wheel. Yeah.
Space Jesus, take the wheel. Hey, you can't do that.
Wait, that was a lot of movement.
That's illegal.
That's illegal.
I'm gonna call the Starfinder police.
Where did it start? There. Is that where it started?
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Okay.
I remember.
Fix it in post.
All right.
Maybe Mishka should start shooting and Uko will just try not to fly us into the ship.
Uko knows how to fly.
Does he? I mean, his wings.
All right.
Just go outside and push the ship.
Yeah, right. Oh, God.
We're just a bunch of fucking idiots flying around each other.
Pretty much.
Did they just glitch?
No, it rolled 2 ones, 2 natural ones in a row just now, so that's fun.
35 on piloting.
Why can't you just roll natural 20s like Tony?
Yeah.
I'm doing my best. It's not me, it's the fact that I'm shooting, okay? Shooting is the problem.
So we don't want you to pilot then. Bring me close so I can hit them with my pike.
What? I didn't have any plans.
Uko just rams the ship. Hold on a second, let me just turn this around. You spin me right round, baby.
Right round.
All right, all you kids, it's time for some crazy taxi. Are you ready?
Pilot actions.
I'm piloting.
Do a stunts.
It's pronounced stunt.
Do a stunts.
Thank you.
Stoots.
Stoots and cats and stoots and cats and stoots and cats and stoots. Mishka, make me shoot gooder.
Mishka, make me a better man.
Yeah, let's do a flyby.
It's gonna be some fun editing in this one.
You're welcome. I'm helping.
You fire off another shot, aiming at the engines of the Barazad, and the shot hits, splashing against the shields. The shields dissipate from the aft section of the Barazad, and the shot goes through, hitting the thrusters of the ship, but they stay functional.
Dang it. I made a shot, but they're still running.
That's all right. Keep it up. We'll get them.
You know what? I need to... Speaking of critical threshold, hey, you shouldn't see that.
This is really hard.
I need LASIK.
And an eye.
That means I get an eye replacement, right? LASIK.
LASIK equals new eye. Yeah.
If I wanted a gun, I would have gone to gun school.
I didn't go to gun school, did I? No.
No, your old Bond partner did, and...
Why you hurt me like that? And by me, I mean Uko. Why you hurt us?
I was just like, he's a mercenary. He had to have some sort of ranged something. Maybe it was his...
It was his partner.
It was his partner. It's like he hates guns. It makes him think about his partner.
Why don't you just use a gun or go?
This goes running away.
Did I say something wrong?
All right. Let's see. and you see another missile fly at you from the turret.
He gonna get us, oh boy. Look out for that missile there, oh boy. A lot of history on that missile there.
Yeah!
Nicely done, Uko. Let's focus on this missile now.
Yes, please.
That missile.
Is the rest of this just gonna be us like running away from this missile?
Apparently,
Use the boost to get through.
Is there anything Uko could do aside from shooting at it that might help with this absorption of a missile?
you could do the erratic maneuvering, I think. That gives us a +1 circumstantial bonus to our AC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. Uko just starts shaking in his turret.
It's just Uko's just bodily throwing himself around, causing our ship to just start moving erratically.
Yeah.
That's not physics, my dude.
Shush you. We're in space. Anything can happen, right?
Yeah.